Okay, in this video I'll just be upgrading the Drupal installation that was running on PHP 5.6 and PHP-FPM. I'm just going to be upgrading PHP to 7.1 and to see what difference the performance makes. Okay, so first of all, let's get the virtual machine running. Okay, so that's up, so services should be running, so we can just log in. Right, and so now if you've done any of the sort of tutorials I've done before, then you can continue on using the same virtual machine. And to get the instructions for the PHP 7.1, if you go to the website and then go to applications used, and then in there you'll find the performance testing of Drupal 7, the PHP 7.1. Okay, so first of all we just have to install the PHP 7.1. And of course this is going to be installed from that same REMI repository that was used to install the 5.6. Okay, so that's installed. So now just got to make a change to the new PHP 7.1 so that the socket is pointing to the right place. Of course, by default, it points to an IP address, but we have it set as a local socket. And also just set the owner of the group of the socket as well, so that Apache can access it. And also just make sure to limit the performance of the PHP 7.1 with cgroups, just like how we did it with the Apache and the older PHP-FPMs as well. Okay, so what we'll do is just give Apache a quick run or a quick test, and well, I've got 500 there, but I thought I'd try it at 800. So this is basically currently PHP 5.6 is running, and we can just quickly check that. So if you go to the site, okay, and so if we can quickly check to see what's running on it. can see that it's PHP 5.6.30. So if we give it a quick Apache event test and just see how quick that is. Okay, so that first run, a bit slow, so it's saying that it's 43 milliseconds mean, and so it's 22.95 requests per second. So yeah, that's a bit slow. So since the cache was cold there, and I better just double check to make sure that the status is okay. Okay, yeah, so that looks like it's running okay. Just make sure the cache, it's always good to make sure the cache is on as well. So you check that in development, then performance. Might as well turn that on just in case. So save that. So we'll just give it another run. Okay, so still a bit slow. It's actually got slower. So we'll just do one more just in case it was something to do with the caching. Yeah, see, that was quicker now. So this should be this speed should be the one where we know how good the PHP 5.6 is running. Okay, so there you have it. So it's 26 requests per second and 38 milliseconds, and then just one more, just so we don't find that these there was still something we should have waited for. So you can see the requests, well, they're reasonably slow. Okay, yeah, so 36 milliseconds, 27.5 requests, so 36, and the previous one was 38. Okay, so now what we do is to change the configuration over to the PHP 7, and let's see what difference that makes. And just to save time, I'm just going to disable the SE Linux rather than trying to, because we've seen how to do it in the previous one, so it's just a similar thing you do for the PHP 7.1. So now we start PHP 7.1 service, and then basically make sure that it's actually working. there you have. So now we have PHP 7.1.4, still PHP-FPM as well. Just make sure we've got decent modules in. So all the usual modules, memcache is running, which as we can see is important from before. And the all important one, so make sure that we have the okay, the Zen cache. That's the main one you have to make sure is there. So of course without the op cache you get some strange results. Okay, so we give that a try now. Okay, so now that's down to 31 milliseconds from 36, so obviously there's a bit of a improvement there. 32 requests per second. Let's try that one more time. Okay, 26. We seem to have gone from 31, I presume because the op cache was cool, and the longest request was 4 seconds. Now longest request is down to 3 seconds, and it's 26 milliseconds. Let's just try one more time. Okay, so 26 milliseconds. So we've gone from the best that 5.6 would give us, which was 31 milliseconds. Oh, no, I think that was 36. So we've gone from 36 milliseconds to 26 milliseconds. So yeah. So there is but what that basically shows is that with PHP 7.1 you could actually get a decent speed up. But I think the main problem I have here is actually that it's just because the kernel, I don't think it's because it's optimized that well. So maybe I might try and see if to change some of the kernel settings, because I think looks like it's being a bit, it's not, yeah. But anyway, one thing is for certain is that with PHP 7.1 running, your website will actually be running faster, and that of course is the main thing that people care about. So hopefully this video has been helpful, and if you want to see any more like it, then subscribe. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.